Hi everyone, it's Daphne from Scrap and Create, and today I'm going to share the newly finished Safari Adventure from Graphic 45, and I'm going to go over some of the details here on the cover. These are some 49 Market flowers that if you look in the description below, there's a button that says show more. Click on that and there'll be a material list, and it'll include both of these flowers. This is the mint and this is Parchment. Here I fussy cut some of the cut-aparts from the collection and featured them on the page. There's these stamps. This is actually a third stamp that goes with this. And I think that turned out really nice. And this is an ephemera card that I cut. And here's some more fussy cut here. This ephemera card I've actually backed with chipboard, so it's elevated. So you've got some dimension there. And there's chipboard behind these stamps as well. These are just adhered directly to the cover. And the flowers are just directly to the cover as well. So there's the cover. On the spine, I took a chipboard piece and then I layered this lion head on it. I liked the lion head. I wanted to use it on the front, but I couldn't quite get it to work. So I went ahead and put it here. When I put it directly on the black paper, it kind of disappeared. So I put that chipboard piece behind it, and I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. And then here's the large double chipboard piece from the collection here, and I like that as well. So I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. All right, so let's get started on the inside. Yay, on the inside, the first thing you're gonna see is this very large, deep pocket that I put here. And inside, I've got this bifold card. And I just did this with scraps that I had left over, and there's a little piece of chipboard. Or not chipboard, there's a sticker, a paperback sticker here, so you could apply your photo here, and then you could even add some date or information down below. And then you've got more photo space on the inside as well. And this pocket is quite large, so you could put tons of stuff in there. I just stopped at one because I wanted to get the walkthrough out. Okay, and then on page 2, this goes up. We've got a sticker featured on the top that I left open-ended, so your photo can slide slightly behind it. Photo space down here, and then this opens for more photo space down here, and then of course you can do some collaging across the main body of it. Each one of these is a pocket page with a nice large photo mat. Now, because I used 2 DCEs, I had enough paper left over to cover both sides of my inserts, which I like to do, but I don't always have enough paper to do it. It's also a good way to stretch it. If you don't want to cover those with the decorative pieces, you can just do a 1-inch border and use some coordinating cardstock. Okay, here we've got a sticker. I left it open-ended in case you wanted to stash something here, like a little tag about the event. Inside, I've placed these cut-aparts. And there we go. They're all, and I actually have enough scraps to cover the insides of these two. But again, like I said, I was anxious to get this out to you guys so you could take a look at it. I may go back and do that. And then we've got one more. And then all of these were in this pocket and they were holding this flap closed. And on the inside of the flap, we've got 2 more flaps that open left and right. So a ton of photo space. Plenty of photo space. Okay. And then this is a new design for me. I've seen it done before, but I've not done it. So this is on a slide. It slides down and these open up. And if you slide it up, these open out. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Even my paper choices, I'm pretty happy with all of it. So it took me a little bit of time to figure out how to do this, but I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. And I did something special on this chipboard piece that makes it stand up taller so that it glides over these elements pretty freely. So be sure to pay attention to that part when you're working on the page. Another full photo mat. Oops. Here's my page 4 and 5. And I like this. This is a cut apart. And these both open out and then again. I'm going to slide it so you can see what's going on. And then these also open and open. So you've got this double door effect on both page 4 and 5. So there's a ton of space for photos, as you can see. Okay, and there's a nice little magnet inside this card holding everything together. A nice large photo mat. Okay, and then here's that page again where I've got the slide, and these little sections are 3.5 by 3.5, so you could put a 3x3 photo. As you can see, there's a border around it, so you could make these a little bit bigger, but I liked the way the border looked, so that's why I stuck with my original design. But you could get something just under 4 inches, and because since this is an 8-inch panel, do you know, little 4x4 squares or 3 7/8 squares. Okay. And then again, we've got all these cardstock backed cut aparts and cards. There we go. I featured a couple of stickers here. I had 2 of these, by the way, because I did 2 packs, so I had 2 of these. This was the only chipboard piece that fit exactly over that 2x2 square. This opens up, and then we've got these another double flap here. So I'm happy with this page. I like the way that looks. And the way you've got a band here and a band here, and it pulls that paper back in. Okay. This was a mistake, by the way, and I talk about it in the design. I actually trimmed this piece too small, so I took a coordinating strip from the opposite page to kind of pull it back in. Just another example of there's always a workaround if you make a mistake. You just have to give yourself a little bit of time to think it through. Another large photo mat. And then here we are on the last page. That opens up. I've got an open back paperback sticker here, so your photo can slide slightly behind it. Lots of photo space, and then this opens down. Another paperback sticker. And then lastly, we've got another large deep pocket, and I just duplicated the design from the front. So I have plenty of scraps left, and if you can see, this is really pretty. This would make a really pretty card. This is a little too large for a card, but make kind of a masculine looking card, and there's plenty of these papers left to do that, to either add inside the book or just do some, you know, like a Father's Day card. So here's the papers that I have left. I have 2 of the elephants, 2 of the parrots, and then 1 each of these in full sheets. So I have 6 full intact sheets left. And then I'm going to show you what some of my scraps look like. Here's a couple more of the larger scraps. So like I said, plenty to do. Here's another large one. A couple of cards, or to go line the inside of the cards that I've already got in there. And then these are my, anything smaller than this I don't really show you, but these are 4 inches wide, and this is 8 inches tall, and these are 12 inches tall. So you can see plenty to make cards. So you could even do another small project, maybe a 6x6 album. Maybe not too many flaps in it, but a simple 6x6 with a couple of tags in it you could do. So I could not make it stretch with just 1, and that was not quite enough. There's 24 sheets in a pack, and I used 18 of the 24 in the second pack. So you're going to need quite a bit of paper. Even if you decide to use a coordinating cardstock, it will be quite a bit. You'll need, you know, probably not 18. That's part of the reason I can't use all of these is because of the orientation. Some things don't work because of vertical or horizontal. But if you were using solid cardstock, you could use, you know, you could turn it any way you want. So I'd say you need at least 10 sheets of 12 by 12, at least, maybe a little more. Okay, that's it for the walkthrough. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Daphne from Scrap and Create. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you click the more button, you're going to see, first of all, the material list for this. And if you scroll past that, you're going to see the cut list for this album. So thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Daphne from Scrap and Create. We'll see you soon.